I overheard my mother-in-law mocking and calling me stupid in front of their family, and my fiancé laughed. Now I'm calling off the wedding and letting my 5-year relationship go down the drain. John and I were supposed to get married in July. 5 years together. I thought his family loved me. I really did. He has 2 older brothers, both married. Their wives always seemed sweet. His parents hosted us for holidays. We'd have long dinners where everyone talked and laughed. I felt like I belonged. About a year ago, I saw this Instagram post that changed everything for me. It said something like, "Only stupid people pretend to know everything. Don't pretend, just ask." It hit me hard. I realized I'd spent my whole life nodding along to conversations I didn't fully understand because I was terrified of looking dumb. So I changed. If someone mentioned the war in Kosovo, I'd admit I didn't know much and ask questions. If we were discussing climate change, I'd say, "Wait, can you explain that part again?" I'd even open my notes app and write down things to look up later. It felt freeing, like I was finally learning instead of just faking it. I wasn't obnoxious about it. I didn't interrupt. I didn't ask off-topic questions. I just stopped pretending. John never said anything negative about it. Neither did his family, so I thought it was fine. Last weekend, his mom invited everyone over for a barbecue. Small gathering, just family. I had to work late, so I showed up after everyone else. I walked through the front door and headed toward the back of the house where I could hear voices in the yard. That's when I heard her. John's mom was doing this exaggerated, high-pitched voice, mocking me. "How does the sun work? Where do I put the fork? Why does nobody like me? How do I wipe my butt?" I froze in the hallway. My stomach dropped, and they were all laughing. His brothers, their wives, his dad, everyone. I wanted to believe it was harmless teasing, that they'd say something kind after. One of the wives spoke up. "I don't mind her asking questions. I think it's kind of cute, actually." For a second, I felt hope, like maybe they'd agree and move on. But then his mom said it. "It's not cute, she's just stupid." More laughter, louder this time. And I heard John laugh too. My fiancé, the man I was supposed to marry in 8 months. He didn't defend me. He didn't say anything. He just laughed. I stood there for what felt like forever, unable to move. Then I quietly turned around, walked out the front door, got in my car, and drove home. I texted John that I suddenly felt sick and couldn't make it. For the past 3 days, I've been sleeping in our guest bedroom. I told him I didn't want to get him sick. He's been bringing me soup and checking on me, completely clueless. But I can't keep pretending forever. I can't look at him the same way. Last night, I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying that moment in my head. The sound of his laugh, the way his mom called me stupid and no one defended me. At 2 a.m., I took off my engagement ring and set it on his nightstand. This morning, he found me in the kitchen. He was holding the ring. "What's going on?" he asked. "Why is this here?" I took a deep breath and told him everything. What I heard at his parents' house. Every word his mom said. Every laugh. His face went pale. He tried to stammer out an explanation. "Babe, it was just a joke. You're being too sensitive. My mom didn't mean it like that." I looked at him and said, "Your mother called me stupid in front of your entire family, and you laughed? You didn't say a single word to defend me." He tried to reach for my hand. I didn't think it was a big deal. "You ask a lot of questions sometimes, that's all," she was pointing out. "That's all?" I pulled my hand back. "John, I changed the way I approach the world because I wanted to learn. I wanted to stop pretending. And your family has been mocking me behind my back this entire time, and you let them." He started to cry. "Please don't do this. We can fix this. I'll talk to my mom." I shook my head. "It's not about your mom. It's about you. When it mattered, you chose to laugh at me instead of standing up for me. That's not a joke. That's a choice. And my choice is this. I'm not marrying someone who thinks I'm the punchline." I grabbed my keys and walked out. The wedding's off. 5 years gone. But I'd rather be alone than spend my life with someone who doesn't respect me enough to defend me when I'm not in the room.